Welcome to Drum Addicts on Andertons TV, and today we're very excited because we've got a sort of world first look at this very cool aFrame. But before that, we've got Pedro. He's going to play it for us. He's the pro, and yeah, take us through. It's quite a cool thing.
Here we've got the new instrument called the aFrame.
Okay.
It's a percussion instrument, and I think it's a revolution on the percussion instruments.
Okay, and it's the aFrame from ATV, so
yeah,
a new brand to drums maybe, but they've been around for electronics for a little while, and it's very sensitive. It looks very simple, but when you turn it around, you've got all your bank buttons, you've also got your effects options, there's also 2 dials there, there's multiple outs, so it's actually quite a complex but very compact instrument, so it's pretty cool. So take us through some of the bits that it can do. Tell us about the effects on the side there. So we're going to talk about this side.
Okay, here you can define the amount of the effect that you want. You just have to press the effect, roll the knob, and here it is. Or you can push it down and cut the effect and get the dry sound. It's very easy because while you are playing, you still be able to get different sounds with the same sound while you are playing without switching the parameters.
And you could bank them A and B anyway and have the drier sound on bank 2 anyway, couldn't you? So
yes.
You could switch, if you're doing verse chorus, you could
yes.
switch anyway.
I can switch it.
And also, if you've got a big enough hand like me, you can actually scroll the wheel and have hold of it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's very ergonomically designed. They're all very close, but it's easy to use.
Actually, it's like these 2 buttons. If you are playing, you can switch the sounds easily with your thumb.
Up and down.
And you can play. And with this hand, if you do, I'm going to show you, if you do with this finger and with the thumb, you can play and change stuff at the same time.
So that's more traditional like a baron, where you hold with the left, if you're right-handed, you hold with the left and play with the right.
Yeah,
so
the idea is there's no position, standard position to hold the instrument. It's to play the way it's easier for you and the way you feel better playing. It's
made of bamboo, but this is also polycarbonate.
Polycarbonate.
Yeah, so it's very light. So you can walk around, play it, and it's not going to get heavy or anything like that. And also you can stick your thumbs in there. If you've got big enough hands again, you can actually hold it.
Yes.
Just like that. So
very easily.
It's very light.
And you can attach a strap here.
Oh, okay.
And you can lift, and you don't have a problem because you can walk on stage while you are playing. Yeah,
and you can also, like we've got here, you can put it on a snare stand.
You can put it here.
Get the cables right.
Yeah. Some percussionists have a lot of percussion, and this is a great way of having the aFrame mixing with the other stuff, because you can have a conga and have the aFrame on a stand, and it's really cool. And you can put it also in a mic stand. This is a standard camera stand.
Yeah, I was just about to say, same thing as a camera.
It's very easy to attach.
And then also you've got all the cables come from the bottom, so when we had it on the snare stand, this is an adjustable basket snare stand, so you can adjust the height, but you can angle it wherever you want, and the cables will just all trail out the back. So it's all very easy to set up.
The idea, it's if you get a wireless device, you don't have any cable and you can walk freely on stage.
And what about power then? Because obviously we've got it plugged in.
Yeah.
Can you have a battery pack on it as well?
We don't know yet because this is a prototype.
Okay.
But for now, we have the battery pack on our pocket or in the strap.
Gotcha. So there's a belt pack with the power. Fine. And also you can put it on headphones if you wanted to practice at your home where no one else is listening.
Yeah.
You can put it there as well.
I can put it there, or even if you are not in the perfect conditions to have a desk or something like that, you have a stereo cable, or you can play with the most of percussion drums, electronic drums have a mix-in, and with a mini jack you can plug to.
Yeah, you could be sat at your electric kit practicing at home.
Yes.
And have that plugged in as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be really good. With this being obviously a very new product, is there going to be like software updates, things like can you put your own sounds into it? Can you update it?
This is not a sampling process. This is a piezo.
Okay.
And you can make your own sounds.
Yep.
Changing the frequencies and the effects. This is totally made by frequencies because the piezos is catching all your movements and are processing in real time for the sounds.
Okay, so you've got the 4 banks, and then you can duplicate. So you've got 8 banks, and then you can put your own. You can change the sounds, but you can't add them.
Until 20 banks.
20 banks, right?
Yeah.
So you can have your set list.
Yeah.
And have it that way. Fine.
And you can change the names and can personalize it for yourself.
Yeah, perfect.
The idea is if you do this, you get into the main menu, and here you have the tones and the subtones. This is the philosophy of the instrument. You look for your sounds. You change the settings, and you do a table chart, and you are starting to build your own sounds and your aFrame personality.
For me, which I think is its probably its strongest point, obviously we sell other products in store that are designed as a percussive add-on, is just how well, if you turn it over, just how well the pickup scratch surface works. So if you play something like you're playing the brush effect,
yeah,
it's so sensitive that you can be so light with it.
Even you can notice the difference between the nails and the skin.
And also, if you had a ring on, obviously that would pick it up a lot more, yeah. It's very sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised when I picked it up how sensitive it is.
Yeah, I think the most of the percussionists that are trying the aFrame are amazed with the playability of the instrument, because it's really comfortable and easy to play. You don't have to struggle with the instruments to get the sounds.
And also you can play it right across, can't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was playing right up here.
Anywhere. Everywhere, even in the back, even here. It's all percussive.
So very clever.
If you look for different places of the aFrame, you get different sounds.
And it's also symmetrical, so it doesn't matter whether you're left or right-handed. You can flip it and play it.
Yeah, you can. If you want to play it with the foot, you can play it.
Well, do you want to show some of the bends? Obviously, with your left hand, you're doing some of the bends playing. It's pretty cool. You can change, like, with the it's pressure sensitive, so you can change the pitch.
And you can define if you want the harmonic scale, the pentatonic scale, and
you can change the scale as well of. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
just
that makes it more sort of global. If you're doing pentatonic, you can do more oriental playing.
You can choose the pitch, the note that the. If you want playing with a band, you can change the key and stay with the band, and you can improvise with the same scales.
How I sort of see people going to use that is obviously if they're already a percussion player, but really if you're doing film soundscape or something like that, some of the things you were playing earlier with the like letting it ring out after an epic sounding like crash sound. Yeah. So I sort of think people doing filmscape music, things like that, that's going to work really well for.
Yeah. This is amazing for. Even we had a guy that want this instrument to hospital therapy.
Hospital therapy, okay.
Yeah, they go into the hospital and they play some instruments, and this is very great for that kind of stuff, because you can travel and you can relax, you can have relaxing sounds, and it's not too loudy. It will not affect the people. It's very ill in the hospital and needs something to cheer up. And they are percussionists and psychiatrists, and go to the hospitals and play some percussion. When they knew about this instrument, they talked with me and can we try it, because we are thinking in getting one to do therapy. And it's great for us because it's not just an instrument to play music, but will affect people's life too.
Yeah, and an instrument of healing.
Yeah.
If someone is fortunate enough to be an electronic busker, you could have like a little busking amp, and that would be perfect for something like that. I mean,
yeah, you can go on the street with a small speaker and you can play wherever you want for many people. I already tried to stand in the middle of the street playing, and when you notice where you are full of people around. What is this? Whoa, what a shape. Whoa, it's great. Sometimes I have a guy that told me, oh man, you look Superman. We heard a lot of different stuff, but it's amazing the faces and the expressions of people when they hear and when they try the instrument.
The thing that surprised me is just how sensitive the top plate is. Obviously, I only played the side a little bit, but it's so sensitive.
Yeah, you can. Even with a small blow, he will play.
Very sensitive.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's obviously quite a new sort of concept on an electronic percussion instrument. How do the technologies work? Explain What's going on?
This is one idea. This is invented by famous Japanese percussionist Ikaturi Kakayashi, and he and the engineers of ATV developed a technology. It's adaptive timbre technology, and they put piezoelectrics on the various points of the A-frame. What happens that the piezo is picking what your hands are doing and are processing the sounds in real time.
And it's pressure sensitive, so obviously when you put your palm in the middle,
we have the sensor pressures. That's really amazing, because otherwise we stayed on the same tone every time.
And there's multiple sensors in there, so obviously it will adapt to your playing style, whether you are...
Yes, you do not have to change your way of playing.
Yeah, you don't have to relearn. This will adapt to you.
This will adapt to you, and you can play it wherever you want. If you want to play it like this, you can play it. If you want to play it like this, you can play it. If you want to play it in your feet, you can play it as well. If you want to play it in a stand, you can play it as well. So it's very easy to adapt yourself to the instruments.
If you had actual like nylon brushes, you could play with brushes as well.
You can try it, but you have to be careful, because you may damage the piezo, because it's so sensitive that you have to be really gentle with the instrument.
Okay. That's pretty cool. So obviously there's lots of sounds and lots of banks in here. Do you want to just pick your favourite 4 and give us a little play?
Okay, all right. Have one that I love. It's an XSD delay, and it sounds like this. One of my favorites.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We got another one, traditional tychology. It's like a more traditional and acoustic sound.
I'm just thinking like epic. We need to make a soundtrack to Drum Addicts and just have really epic sounds.
You can even do it more epic with a little bit of more reverb. It's really great, and I will show you another thing that I love. It's a tunnel drum. It's the name of this sound. I love this kind of sounds. I will show you another sound that I like a lot. It's called Dwarf of Giant. And here you can see the advantage of playing in the frame. It's so sensitive. And I have a thing that I love to play. It's a little bit of bass, because every drummer likes to play a little bass, but I have discovered I have found a stuff that I love a lot on this instrument, because you even can play a Rage Against the Machine song. Bulls on a parade. But there's a lot to explore in this instrument, because it's so many stuff that you can change, you can create. I think it's almost endless, because it's between frequencies you can have like a game, and when you reach a great sound, it's like you score the goal.
I think the other thing is because you can edit it and adjust it, you can personalize it so much that you've really got to come in and try it. Obviously, you've got to find a store that's got one. We'll have them, but obviously everyone around the world, you have to find the right store. But it's kind of not what you expect. It's so sensitive, and you have to really feel it to fall in love with it. It's not, you can watch the video and get an idea of how cool it is, but really you've got to play it to go, wow, this is new, and it's...
We got an important feature too. This is a mute button. If you are not playing, you just have to press here and it's completely off. And because sometimes you can touch it. It's so sensitive. If you do like this, you will play. So if you are in a gig and you are picking the instrument from the ground, it will play. So you do this, and you can do whatever you want, and you're ready to play.
So it's designed to be live ready.
Yes.
That's really cool.
This is an interesting point, because you can see it here. This is a prototype. This is the first prototype. This is number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
And we're lucky to have it. So
yes,
you saw it here first.
Here for you.
So thank you for coming in today, and thank you for bringing this really cool, exciting product. If you want to buy one yourself, they're going to be in January 2017. You can check them out here, and you can come and hear them and see them and play them and feel them mainly. It's such a feeling thing. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for checking it out. This has been Drum Addicts on Andertons TV, and we'll see you next time.